saying that crap.
It ain't live yet. Might be now, but
Jesus H, bro.
don't want nobody offended.
He's gonna offend some dang body.
Lord help me.
Wow.
Wow.
I just
What?
think it's
Hello. Hello. Carlo, what's up, y'all? Pops R3.
Hello.
38 says hello, waving. Said it said hi, hello, how you doing? Said I think I tried to see who you were last time, I never could. I do remember you coming in, but it won't let me tell who you are. What name would you like for me to call you? 38?
Right click, translate to English.
I did that last time and it didn't do it. I'm about sure. Yep, never mind. My eyes are wrong. I did it one time before, but
Dumbass.
yep, I am. Tasheen said hello, and they said hey or hi, and Olivia said hi. A big boys, Carlos said hello, Olivia. Sponsored by.
That would be nice if we were sponsored by Ritz or Kellogg's.
Yeah. All the free advertisement we got here. Olivia said, hey, Carlo. Olivia, are you in a better mood today?
Well, now she's not.
I hope you're doing well and having a great day. Staying warm. The silence tells me you are. Oh, me. I feel like I need to be doing what that dog was back there doing.
What I'm fitting to do, too.
Fitting. Fitting.
Well, that's the redneck word of the day, fitting.
Fitting. Better hope somebody don't come in here and ask for a word. I'm going to tell them to these words fitting. Oh, Olivia says, I'm just stressed. I hope you feel it do better and everything does good. I hope you work it out. Matthew Stump says, Matthew, hell yeah. Maria says, where's your dog? I'm trying to get it in the picture so I don't get in trouble. I'm trying to work it.
Maria's here?
Yep.
Maria, redneck word of the day, fitting.
I was just saying that. Wait till you come in here today. I was going to teach you a word, fitting.
It's like fixing to.
We're fitting to fix his camera.
I'm fitting to be tied.
John says, Pipikaya? Pipikaya?
Hippie-ki-yay!
Yeah, but it's a Y. Pipikaya, mother.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Mother.
Yeah, I remember that's on Die Hard, I think.
Yeah, yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Yep.
Hey, I've seen that movie now.
He's seen it now. I can't get him to watch the other ones, but
All in due time. It took
let's
30
see.
years for the first
Maria says I was going to sleep, but I remember the live starts at this time. Well, thank you. I hope you're doing well in school. Tasheen says today I experienced a problem with my CVT transmission system. It has many flaws.
Who's talking about a CVT?
Tasheen.
CVT is the crappiest invention outside of for a lawnmower.
Okay, they're not good. I guess I don't.
All it is like a drum,
Oh.
and a belt goes up and down the drum.
Ooh, that's not good.
What happens whenever you stretch and unstretch a rubber band for thousands of times a day? The rubber band breaks.
Maria says it was in the end of the movie. Yes, it was. He was talking to that other guy at the closer to the end of the movie. Yep. Did I see something today on some very healthy food on somebody's Instagram?
Yes, I saw strawberries on there.
That ain't what I saw.
I saw strawberries.
I saw what looked like pizza and
Oh, I saw strawberries.
let's see. Zachary Man says I called your police department. Zachary Man said goodbye. Oh, well, hello, goodbye.
Right, joke's on you. They don't come here.
Yeah.
I've called them 3 times, and none of the 3 times will they come out.
Maria says I need to rewatch it. I think it's a pretty good movie. Maria said I posted strawberries. I think this was an older post. It just, I think I was watching a couple of different posts. It could have been something different. I'm sure I'm mistaken. 16 people in here, 7 thumbs up. It might not have been Instagram. It might have been something else.
Might have been TikTok.
Might have been TikTok. I don't know. I'd have to look. Oh, well. I made a comment, though.
Man, speaking of seeing something today, did y'all see Mike at Lone Ridge Garage's short?
I thought that was
year
a-
2025.
I thought that was a good short.
That
Now,
was amazing.
I assume he put that out today because I saw it today.
Whenever he put it out, whenever Mike comes in, if he comes in tonight, I'm going to tell him I like that. I even commented.
Maria said, so how are you? Be just quite honest, I'm kind of aggravated today. I'm cold
Ah, hell.
and but I'm good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with me. I just, like an old Sour Patch Kid, I'm just screwed up for the day. I'll be fine. I'm hoping this live helps me out.
He's in a crappy mood.
Hope you are. In a good
Everybody
mood, that
talks about
is.
him being your favorite trans streamer.
Who's that?
You.
Who said that?
So I'm telling everybody to say it.
Oh. I thought somebody said that. Brenda says, I'm fine. Good. Fine as wine.
Hmm?
Huh?
You say something?
Nope. I gotta look that up. That's got me. Roscoe says, what up, guys? I checked this out. Young Bucky at my job got a brake job done by his uncle. Got the car back with squeaking brakes, ABS light on, and the crinkled hood because it flew up on the test drive. Oh no, that's not good. Maria says, I got 22 out of 30 on my exam. That
That's
should be
pretty
good.
good.
That ain't wrong, right?
Yeah.
Jack Jones says, how many calories do you eat in a day? It depends on what day it is.
Probably too many.
I don't know. I don't do a calorie count.
I can't count that high.
Hey says, hi, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hello. John Deere said, R3, butter cheek, sleepyhead. Roscoe said, God bless, hit him with the family discount.
Hey, how about I was given a family discount by one of my in-laws, and that price was just as high, if not higher than everybody else I could get.
Steven said, can I call you Prison Daddy? You can call me whatever you want, as long as you're in here.
Well, look, I'll pull my pocket out, and you just hold on to my pocket.
Maria said, here's the trolls. Tasheen said after inspection, it was found that the fluid was not pressurized inside the transmission, causing a slowdown in movement. Okay.
Well, that would make sense on a CVT.
Maria says they eat 1 million calories a day. Roscoe's laughing. Roscoe said, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Roscoe, chicken and waffles, 63.17. I don't know if I've ever read that, or if I read it, I don't remember reading it.
It's pretty funny. Roscoe chicken and waffles.
Yeah. I'm not sure I've read it, and I'm having this same conversation. I just had deja vu.
I feel like we're on 51st dates, and every day you're learning the same thing again.
Isaiah Garcia says you both better put some respect on my Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl.
They ain't even going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, you're being serious. Sorry. John Deere says change the channel name to second channel distant. Agree with the name. Change the channel name. Second channel, distant, agree with the name. Okay? Maria said, you're saying his name wrong. He's Tashin. Tashin, is that right? Tashin? What was I saying? Tasha?
Probably.
Tashin. Sorry, Tashin. I hope I'm saying it right. Garcia said the Dallas Cowboys are winning it all next year.
Don't y'all say that every year? Then you put on your little pink tutus and get your ass absolutely pounded every year?
Rah, rah, Ray, kick him in the knee. Nah, good luck to you, buddy. I hope so. I hope to go all the way. Rule Sheepdog Sheep, is that right? Says, that looked like my kind of work office. Yeah, with a bunch of snacks. Lassie said, you look like a tow truck driver. Nope. Payu says, laughing, and Garcia said, my pug is a licensed barber.
Okay.
Okay. Sheepdog says, where's the beer fridge? Don't have beer. We don't drink beer.
We ain't that middle class where we got two fridges.
Jane says, hey, Pops, hey, R3.
Hey,
Maria said, we said. Jane said, hey, Carlo. Double X says, Chase. Pay you says, hi, Jane. Jane says, hi, Olivia. Cray says, Dallas don't do that till they get rid of their quarterback. Garcia said, my pug versus Steven Seagal. Is your pug got overweight like Steven Seagal? He got a little bigger than me. Jane says, hi Maria, hi Cray, and hi Payu. I know I'm saying that name wrong. Somebody help me. John Deere says, hi everyone. Look at there, we got 13 people, 13 thumbs up. Y'all so nice to me. I like it when y'all touch my likey button. Makes me feel good. Let's see. John Deere says, what in God's name have I done? My cereal. John Deere said, hi everyone. Garcia said, my pug is undefeated at the dog park, 39-0. Jane said, how's your day, y'all? It's okay. I'm better. I'm hearing this live with all of y'all. Hopefully it'll get better. Cray said, hey everyone. Payu says, that's your son? Yep. That's my oldest son there. He's the one that owns this building. John Deere said, be right back. Go on my other channel and give another like. Okay, sounds good. Maria says, R3, are you tired or just feeling sleepy?
Yes. I didn't go to bed till 2 o'clock this morning.
How do I say that? Sir Powman? How about if I just say Powman? 12-year-old boys now have to compete with the presidents for presidents.
You're about 3 years
for girls or age. I believe you're in the wrong line, bud. John Deere says, dang it, I mean you. Craig said, where's Randy? Which one you looking for? Jay says, why were you up so late, R3?
I laid in bed, in that bed, and there was nobody in the house, and the lights were off, but it was just so quiet. It was like deafening. I could not fall asleep till like 2 o'clock, excuse me.
Fat Blue Hair Lib says, can you give me advice on how to release the tension?
Yes. You take a knife and you just cut it off.
They got these things like cigar, cut the ends off cigar, that'll work. Let's see, Alaska, is that right? I don't know how that, Alaska said hi. Scotty
That's
Twain.
John Deere. Alaska Eagle
Explorer said hi. Oh, okay.
That's Jacob.
Okay. He's trying to make it harder for me to say shit. Scotty said howdy, y'all. Greetings from Arizona. Jay said, where's the girls?
The girls were at my in-laws because Madison worked last night.
Church said, greetings from Uganda, Africa, bro. Hello. Craig said, sorry, that hat threw me off. Jay said, hi, Scott, welcome. Blue hair, fat blue hair said, thanks, it's so tight. Snowman said, do you wear a onesie to bed?
Maybe.
Alaska said, it's me, Jacob. Roscoe said, let your partner bite it off. John said, what happened to all the dancing girls? Maria said, it's quite hot here.
I'd trade
it in a heartbeat. You can have all this mess. Roscoe said, partner. Rumpel said, hello, Pops, Randy, Junior, what you guys discussing? Well, we're trying to get on the good subject, but Maria just brought up hot weather. I'd like to talk about it a little bit more, make me feel good. Maria says, I'm hating it. I didn't enjoy winter yet, and it keeps getting hotter. Jay said, welcome, Africa. Alaska says, or Jacob said, Randy Sr., you make me laugh. Kevin said, sent 100 for 2 jewels. Thank you, Kevin. I said, Kevin, it's Kenneth. I'm sorry. Jane said, hi, Roscoe. Maria said, what dancing girls? We get them belly dancers in here. Dee. Craig says, how long have you had that building? Randy got it
September 11th of 2023.
Yep. So
a year and a half.
Yep, year and a half.
A year and a half. A year and 4 months. So 16 months.
See, Nimitz said, hi, bro. James said, hi, Rumpel. Man, we got a lot of new names in here. I don't, my balls says, show us your dog. He's asleep right there. He's right there beside Randy. Maria said, maybe they're hiding them in the warehouse.
Maybe. I didn't get to see any breakfast.
Nibs said, how are you? I'm doing great. Hope you are. Rumpel said it's getting slightly hotter here too. I was complaining about cold earlier. Now I'm going to complain about heat. I'm not going to complain about heat.
Whenever I'm going to sit on the toilet and my bung Julio freezes over and I can see my breath,
I'm sorry. Y'all might hear me say it's hot, but I'm not going to complain. I absolutely hate this cold. Rumpel said, Jane, hello. Jane says 9/11/24. Yep. Alaska says, what do you call a passing gas backfire? Oh, I don't know. JH says, hi. Craig says, they work on the railroad in the snow. Yes.
Yeah.
We don't stop. They don't give a crap about us.
We are essential employees, which sounds a lot like expendable.
We're replaceable.
I was walking in the snow yesterday, and some of it was up to my kneecaps.
James said R3 building bought in 24, right?
That's correct.
That's correct. Kev said, I was thinking maybe we should make Donald Trump the king of the world. What do you think? I think we don't talk about politics.
I think a monarchy would be a very bad idea.
James said, nope. Maria said, how long this cold weather will last? I don't know. I don't think, now tonight the low's only supposed to be like 34 or 35. My water don't freeze there, but still.
Next week it's supposed to be damn near 60.
And I think today's high was in the 40s, so I think they're calling for some rain tonight.
Yeah.
And then I'm hoping it starts moving up.
Y'all know,
but I don't watch the weather. I'm sorry.
Y'all know North Carolina is a woman? You know how I know? Because her
hot
weather's
flashes?
bipolar like her.
Let's see. Alaska said, or Jacob said, no politics. James says, and we don't talk politics. Zachary Man says, I'm doxing Jane.
I wouldn't suggest it.
What's that?
It's where you expose her full name or address, stuff like that.
Oh,
Like that stupid mustache guy on TikTok did.
I don't know.
It's
Anyway,
also against the law.
Olivia said, can we cook the body now, Pops? I'm hungry.
It's Sunday.
Hornby said, do you like boy races when they overtake you? Do you like boy races when they overtake you? Z. Carey says, for timing me out. Who timed you out? I thought you said
I'm
bye.
going to assume that was Jane, considering he said he's going to dox Jane.
But I mean,
Timing me out.
I thought he said bye. Joe Bird said, hey, Pops. Hey, Randy. Garrett says, next time is supposed to be in the 60s. Let's see. Zachary, you got your butt done again, didn't you, dumbass? Let's see. Garrett says, next week is supposed to be in the 60s a few days. I'll take it. Rumpel said, trains used. Yeah, I'm not even going to be here next week. God, that makes me so mad. Rumpel says, trains used to have those cattle pushing bumper thingies back in the day to clear the tracks. I remember they still got them. They're a little bit different, and they're still called a cow catcher. Bria said, I think we'll have spring in mid-February or in the beginning of the new month. Garrett says,
I heard a word.
Garrett
I
says,
going somewhere else.
yeah, I did too. Garrett says, hopefully that rain gets rid of the snow.
I think it will. It's doing a good job and getting up and leaving.
Cray says, I thought railroad paid well and great pensions. They do have great pensions. They pay good,
Well,
not as good as it
nowadays-
used to.
Nowadays,
But-
you can go to Buc-ee's and make what we make on the railroad.
Joe Bird said, hey, Rumpel. Rumpel says, Joe Bird, hello. That Z Carey, man, got his butt timed out again for doing something stupid. Oh, I see what you're doing. I'm going to save that. I got something for you. Oh, he just made his channel. Nickel Pony said, hey, Pops and Mr. Unbreakable, sorry. Been AWOL, been having to catch a recertified in H2S and CPR. How's the Great White North? Yeah, that's about the size of it, too.
Well, glad to see you again. Don't worry about missing it. It's okay. But glad to see you in.
Yeah.
Hopefully you learned, mouth to mouth does not involve tongue.
Simon said, hey, Pops. Olivia said, but I'm hungry now. Jane said, scary, I'll time you out if I need to. If need be. Simon, somebody else done got him. Simon said, is your project done yet? Hell no. John said,
I cut the exhaust today.
John
That's all I did.
said, I'm smoking a lot of weed. Be careful. Joe Bird said, nice. Jamery says he never done his projects. Hornby said, the only projects I ever completed was my kids' project back in school. They got A's. Hornby said, who would win in a drag race, you or your son? So far, it's been me.
Never win. I never win because his car has been built. His has a better gear ratio too.
I think, I don't like it when they say it, but I think Olivia and them say it best. It's a skill issue.
Suck. Man.
John Hornby, just said it. Jane said, hey, Nico. Rumpel said, oh, it's telling me mods, YouTube has given me back my clicking rights. Yay. Jane said, hi, Gabe. Joe Bird said, hey, Nico. My boss says, show us your dog. Randy put the chair there so you can't see it.
I'm sorry, he's asleep.
Tashin, how do I say it?
Tashin.
Tashin. Is it possible to replace the mechanic grease pump with a electric motor in the future? I'm sure it can be done. Let's see. Jane said, Nickel, what's H2S? Nickel said, hey, Miss Jane and Joe Bird. Jane said, Pops, where are you going next week? I got to go to Atlanta for some training. I'll be in Atlanta. I'll be in Atlanta for Monday, Tuesday, Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I'll come back Thursday. So I'll probably be doing live from Atlanta. Maria
I'm going to be unsupervised with chainsaws.
Maria says, shit, he ain't going to do nothing.
Nope.
Maria said, in summer, I bet he don't even come to the shop and check on the dog.
I got to check
Maria
on the
said,
dog.
in summer, I'll make a video of frying an egg with using only the sun heat.
Cool.
That would be cool to see. I would hate to be there. I mean, I'd like to see it one time, but I would rather do it than this. But let's see. Nickel Pony says, poison gas, Miss Jane. Joe Bird said, funny. Nickel Cocaine says, yo, I need a job. Help me out, please. Your name says it all. We do drug tests here. Gray said, great fudge and jerky at Bucky's. Never been. Olivia said, wait, if bipolar determines me gender, if the state wouldn't, that makes Tennessee a woman.
Well, all I'm saying is every woman's bi. It's either polar or sexual. It's up to you to figure out which one it is. Most of the time it's polar.
Joe Bird said, yeah, I didn't say shit, everybody. And that was all him.
You said it too.
Joe Bird said, yes, Craig. Nickel Pony said, yeah, no mouth to mouth anymore, just compressions.
Yeah, I took all the fun away from it.
Jay says, lol, so all these up north states that are frozen, are they women fridged?
No, they're men because they have their mind made up. Simple creatures.
Bend Over says, you look like someone who supports gun rights. I think I got a right to have mine. Too. Joe Bird says, what does America look like? It's white. I'll tell you what right I got about my gun. You ain't taking it away.
I lost mine in a boat now.
Olivia says, be careful, guys. These less weed in the world, stupid trolls.
Mm-hmm. They're taking ox.
Yeah. Just think, that's what y'all's future looks like. Let's see. Joe Bird said, from Atlanta, Georgia. If you're asking me, yes, that's where I'll be. Hornby said, why didn't drag races have big wheels? I don't know. Joe Bird said, have fun, Randy. Shit. I would rather have my ass beat than go do this.
Well, you stand up. You might walk over here.
Troll says, hey, you good old boys. Olivia said, that makes Texas a hot, sweaty dude with gun galore. Sounds good to me. Slap says, swing, swing, swing. Jane said, who's taking care of Kane? It'll have to be Randy. Slap says, what are you gentlemen up to? A 5'10" and 5'10 and a half. I got the half.
I was 5'11", but then I took an arrow from the knee.
Nickel Pony says, y'all not thawing out up there yet, Pops. Not yet.
Well, it's thawing, but up until tonight, like yesterday was, 40 degrees, 37, 40 degrees, and then last night it got down to 20 again.
Olivia said, I prefer to be bipolar. Honey said, hey,
the Lord has blessed her with honesty.
Hey there in the background. Joe Bird said, America looks like a shark. Yeah. Alaska said, spray him, Randy. I'm out.
And I hit it anyway.
Olivia said, yeah, I'm glad to be dead before the future becomes a reality. Well, I'm just going to go up there and buy me 3 or 4. I'll put them all around. It don't matter, ain't but $1 something a piece. I'll go buy a bunch of them. Don't bother me.
Must be nice to have that expendable income.
Shit. Nothing's too good for my son.
Shit.
Olivia said, Mike said, hi guys, Mike.
I love the short.
I really didn't like that short today. I thought that was pretty good. I told Randy I'd like to do something like that. Maybe you should help us out and do some of ours. I did see this our picture in there. I thought that was pretty good. Olivia said if Texas was a person, he'd probably sexy. Oh, hell yeah. Jane said, hi, Mike. Hornbot said you should have an all-day breakfast. Well, the reason, a lot of times we do try to do stuff, but now Sunday I'll be leaving. I thought about putting alive in the whole drive to Atlanta if it'll stay on. I thought about doing that.
You know, dog, I like you. I'm about to kick you right where your nuts.
Hey.
He tried to take my pizza.
Hey.
I ain't gonna really kick him. I did pop him.
Joe Bird said, hey, long nickel bonus, I wish I knew how to send a pic on here. Show you how my wife stopped a perfectly fine escalator with a shoe. Talk about a sudden stop. Oh, shit. Maria says, I think you were more happy at summer. I am. I'm telling you, you'll see a change in me when it gets.
It's called seasonal depression.
I'm a lot happier come prettier weather. Mike says, hi, Gabriel. Hello, Jane. Maria says, is that pizza? Yep. Maria says, give me some.
Well, Kane just tried to help himself.
Mike said, we're eating pizza too. Jane said, Nickel, did she ruin her heel? The Elixir the Mixer said, what's the best pizza in Denton? I think Sir Pizza. The hateful.
You said in Denton.
Well, that's considered Denton up there.
Silver Valley.
Yes, it's the same thing. They're all inbred. The hateful creature said, hello from Germany. Olivia said, I'd rather be happy than mad than happy. I'd rather be happy than mad than happy than sad than have a Prius and I'm a woman. Oh, okay. Mike says a whopper 9 seconds. Crazy, yeah. Crazy said train rescue still use mouth-to-mouth resuscitation today in case of drowning, drugs, overdose, and children outside of the that just compressions.
Oh, I know. I'm just picking.
Nickel Pony said yes. Went in for a dress for a wedding next week and ended up buying the new shoes. Rumble said Long Ranch, hello.
I bet you that was planned.
Olivia says, speaking of puppies, my sweet baby boy passed last night. I'm sorry.
Damn.
The boy says, I don't know what that is. Maybe Boss Mick is my myth. Okay. Jane said, welcome Germany. Mike said, okay, I got to ask. There's something new when I post a little square box next to the wrench. What is that you do?
So, if you're talking about the picture next to your wrench, that's also like next to Daryl's name and Hugh and Grandma. That is your members recognition. It used to be a little circle and a star. It is now images.
Looks like a badge now. On here. Let's see. Delixer says, I got seasonal depression when winter ends, the summer starts. Yeah, me too.
Nope, yours is opposite. That's a shield. Next to it's a picture. I don't understand the shields, but it's basically just to say, haha, I'm a moderator, I have a shield. The blue name doesn't give it away.
Okay. Free says, go vegan. No. Off Target said, what up? The boy says it again. Off Target said, Randy, got me a pizza.
Well, there's one piece left.
Rumble said, when I don't like eating less spicy chicken, I call that a seasonal depression. Jane said, Olivia, what happened to your dog? It was a pup. Maria says, how many fingers do you have?
Same amount I'm supposed to. I haven't lost any yet.
Craig says, you guys do any donuts in the snow? Couple.
I tried in the Toyota and proceeded to get stuck.
And you would think I was the kid and he was the father when we took Marketplace Warrior out.
Frick.
And I was out there playing in the road. We gonna hit the ditch. We gonna hit the ditch. He'd sound like, never mind. I'm gonna go on to the next comment.
Suck me.
Craig, did you miss the live where I went down the road in the four-wheeler? Let's see. Olivia said, I'd rather have fast food mood swings than Boggy's quarter mile and have an extra mega, and says I'm a woman. Okay. Olivia says, yeah, Diggs got sick and just didn't make it. Uh-oh. We know how that feels. Mike said, okay, I didn't know it was new. Off topic said, how was your work, my dudes? How was work, my dudes?
Hard.
Be honest. Be honest, it's not bad. It's just, I don't want to be there no more. I've got to where I do not want to go in. I want to be here doing something and doing this more. I'm hoping in springtime, the businesses all around starts picking up. I'm just looking for a reason to leave that place now.
Well, I want y'all to know I worked really, really hard today.
I'm going to go on while he's trying to, it could actually lighten and we could actually get struck. But Delixer says, veal sandwiches or steak sandwiches? I'll take steak.
Steak sandwich.
Off topic sent 100 for 2 Jules. Maria says, I think I'm getting a little sleepy. I'm sorry. You must be. But Maria, it's in the middle of the night for you. We do understand. We appreciate you being in here, but we know you got school and
you have a life to keep up.
Yeah, we appreciate it. But if you're sleepy, go to sleep. And sweet dreams. I'll see you there. Jane said, no video of donuts. No, I couldn't get him to record. You would think, if we had a YouTube channel, we would record some.
What were we
I was driving.
What were we recording?
Driving to Marketplace Warrior in
I
the snow.
recorded some of it. Suck me. I'm ignoring you.
Let's see. Off topic, sent 100 Jules, 100 for 2 Jules. Delixer said, have you ever been in a car accident or a train accident? I have been in a car accident. Never been in a train accident.
He's not usually on the train.
Yeah, if I have a train accident, it's big. Craig said, yeah, I missed it. Well, I just put it on the video last night. Today's video is actually of me going down the road into the four-wheeler. James said, Delixer, I have been in a number of accidents. Oh, hell.
She had a wagon accident when she got her license.
She was hooking up the mules one time, and guess what? She couldn't get the stagecoach to stop. I'm playing, Jane. Olivia said, it's surprising how fast the important things leave life. Important things leave life. You're right. Ted Bundy said, I'm still alive and breathing. Delixer said, Jane, were they your fault? I've never seen a woman do any damn thing that was their fault. Ruffle said, remember, we don't have no controversy.
We don't have controversial
subjects on here.
My God, we piss off every woman that comes into this live every single
I'm just
night.
playing, people. I just playing. Ruffle said, I think Long has an extra pick in hand because he's probably both mod and a member.
Yeah, he is.
Yes. James said, lol, Ted is still alive. Shane says, howdy from Kentucky. Hello, Kentucky. Maria says, no, I don't have school tomorrow. Oh, okay. Well, then stay in here. Don't be sleepy.
You have a holiday?
Olivia says, but all dogs go to heaven, so no sense in crying or something. That was an angel. That's right. One MOA said, Bro, gooning in the back.
Don't worry
Jane
about
said, Delixer, nope, but I was beginning to think I was a target. Daryl said, no, Randy, she will, and she will see you there is what she said that one night. Oh, yeah. Rumple said, Metal Arts, hello. Hello, Daryl. Daryl said, Rumple. Maria said, I almost got in a plane accident. Oh, shit.
Well, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah, let's don't be doing that.
We haven't had anybody from Iowa, Nebraska,
Garlic says, come on, my man.
New Hampshire, Vermont.
Daryl says, been here the whole time, just have a migraine. Hey, Daryl, we understand, believe me. Like I said, yours is on all the time. We just are trying to get the camper ready or trying to get a video going. So there's many times that yours is played and we just try to watch it and can't be part of it. So believe me, like I told everybody, we understand. Olivia said she even crashed a dinosaur once.
She lost to a velociraptor race.
Olivia says it's still not my fault. Halston says hi or waving. Maria says the plane started shaking and I thought we were going to die. I would imagine so. Which I've never flown. I flew on a what I call a canoe with wings one time. I didn't like that damn thing.
I flew once.
Yeah, he don't remember much of it. Olivia says because you're a man and wouldn't understand. I hate to hear that. I really do.
I bet they hate to hear all the shit you say about women.
I mean, we're simple creatures. We understand. Rumble said, I'm lucky till now. No accidents, not a single fracture, only slightly wonky fingers cause of basketball. Yeah, like my thumb where I jammed it. I think, hell, I might have broke it.
You know, I've only broken a few bones up until a couple months ago.
Let's see. Uh-oh, somebody. There you go. Jane, if you want to get him, just delete him. He's got a new channel. Hell, he'll just make another one. Rita says, we have holiday most days. We're lazy people. The Elixir said, is barbecue good in North Carolina? They say it is. They say it's the barbecue capital of the world. I don't know.
I love barbecue.
Rumple said, that was a funny one, Pops. Olivia said, Mac, off topic, says, are there any vegetarians in North Carolina? I guess. I don't know. Nickel Pony says, been in 3 car accidents and I was a passenger every time. I'm not a good passenger anymore. I don't like being in a passenger. I like driving. Mike says, hello, Rumple, Olivia, Daryl, and Maria. Jeff says, #1 great streamers. That's what the name of his channel. The LGBTQ4Y123 says, thanks for producing a safe space for the gays. Well, if anybody wants a safe space for the gays, Jeff's got one. Y'all jump on over there and ride the unicorns with him. Maria says, do you have anybody from Kuwait? Kuwait? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Daryl said, Daryl said, Olivia. Rumple said, Long Wrench, hello. Daryl said, Mike. John says, horseshoes, hand grenades, and atomic bombs. That's right, John. Let's see. Joe Bird said, hey, Metal. Jane said, Maria, a lot of planes shake while flying. The one I'm in does. Let's put that damn thing on the ground. Forget it. Olivia says, bye-bye, you fool. Elite says, howdy, Uncle. Howdy. Daryl says, I got him 24 hours. There you go. Should have just hit him. He just made his channel last month. But that's fine. Maria said, Jane, that shaking was unusual. I got on the plane several times, but that was strange. Rumble said, Zachary is persistent. Talk about, yeah. Mike said, getting Jane, get him. Jeffrey says, get him.
Jane's going to start down barking.
Yeah. Jane said, Olivia said, Jane, were you the person they based the Flintstones off of?
She was Velma's grandma.
Yabba dabba doo. Mike said, that's funny, Olivia. Jeff said, he's got him and his gay friend with him. Lost says, LBGQT345 is laughing. Daryl says, Joe. Mike says, Olivia, are you saying Jane drove the foot propelled vehicle?
And she yabba dabba dude on the back of a Velociraptor too.
Off topic said, do y'all have dogs or what dogs? That one is a Great Dane.
Oh,
and
I'm a Great Dane.
Then Randy's got 2 labs at his house.
Yeah.
Law says, nah, they straight OG. Hugh said, hello, Randy. Hello, Mike. Hello, Hugh.
Hello.
Daryl said, Hugh. Olivia said, I'm saying she was the one that told her what happened in the caveman times. She's the one that was doing all that carving. No, she told him what to carve.
You remember Cleopatra? That was just Jane whenever she reached adulthood.
Hugh says, Jane, Scoots, Daryl. Chili says, hello from Germany, Berlin.
Hello.
The Elixir says, would you rather have a gay son or a thought daughter?
Pass.
Hugh says, hello, Olivia. Mike says, hi, Hugh. Olivia says, dabba dabba doo. Hugh says, hello, Rumple. Hello, Maria. Yeah, let's find something else to talk about, the Elixir. That's not on this channel. That's on our
What?
That's on our personal channel. So
What's
I can't
that?
Here's what he's saying.
What's he saying?
Hugh said, hello, Nickel. Rumple said, I like sitting in the back seat, Pops. My only suggestion to the driver is to keep me to destination safely or finish it completely. Don't keep me hanging. There you go.
Are you like Dwight Schrute and sit behind the driver in the back seat?
Lydia says, laugh my ass off. Maria says, have you ever got in a problem or misunderstood with Jane? But do you ever get in a problem or misunderstanding with Jane before? Yeah, I mean, everybody does, Olivia. We're human. We don't all see eye to eye. We're all real good friends. We don't all see, we talk about it and get over. I've said things that upset Jane, and we've talked it over. I mean, yeah, that's what friends are for. If we get each other
I like
upset,
to rage bait people.
yes. If we get people upset, we just apologize and try not to do it again.
I spray them with water. And tell them
Chili says,
to
hello
cool
from
off.
Germany. Alaska says, hi, Grand Pedovic. It's me, Jacob. Rumple said, Hugh, hello. Off topic says, I didn't even see the dog. My family's dog is 15.
He's a year and a half and he blends in.
Maria said, just curious. Yeah, that's like I said. That's what friends are for. We all agitate the shit out of each other, and not everybody's had a good day, and we don't see eye to eye. We get over it and go on about our business.
Sometimes
Hugh says,
you have a bad day, and
hello.
we have a bad day, and then we don't get along.
Hello, Germany. Hello, Off Topic, and hello, Jacob. Said Hugh. Mike said, welcome, Germany. Off Topic said, good day, chill. I'm from California. Hugh says, make 30 accounts. Yeah. The Elixir said, I was trying to see if you were conversible or liberal. Well, we don't do that in this live. Olivia said, Randy in the back, pass. Jacob said, butter chicks. Nick Opponent said, hey, Hugh. Off Topic says, howdy, Grand Hit. Pick. Off Topic says, I need to buy a membership. Yeah, that'd be nice.
By no means do you have.
I'll give you a deal today. For today, you won't get no better price. $4.99 a month.
I don't mind it.
That's the best deal we got going. Hugh Hugh said, how's cons for such liberal? I don't understand that word. I can't even pronounce it. That's got 1825 letters. No. Get on your phone so you can see the damn chat. Mike says, hi, Nickel Pony. Josh says, this guy sounds like Dr. Phil.
You are not the father.
The Oprah Enjoyer, I guess that is what it is. The Opera Enjoyer says, thoughts on, I don't know what that is. Somebody tell me what it is, and I'll tell you if I even think about it. You said we don't do politics on this channel. We just want to have fun. That's all we all do. We just want to have fun. That didn't sound right. Anyway, Nickel Pony said, hey, Mike, off topic, sent 100 for 2 jewels. Rumple said, dinosaur bones. Mike said on what difference does it make if up here not trying to stir the pot, are you?
I stir the pot every day.
Yeah, we're going to work on that, though. We need to stay in a good mood. Olivia says, you're mixing me and Maria again. I'm sorry. Damn, I'm sorry. Maria says, I mean, you friends don't fight something. I mean, yeah, friends fight sometimes. Yeah, I mean, like I said, nobody's perfect. That's why it's friends.
Well, listen, it's just like a marriage. In all seriousness, if you never argue and you never fight, somebody's lying somewhere. And if all you do is argue and fight, there's something wrong too. You argue and you fight. That's just the way life is.
Well, we kind of disagree. I don't. The fighting shit, no.
Look, put the boxing gloves on, equal rights and equal lefts.
No. No. If it comes to where you hitting on each other, it's not right.
Nope. Remember, rage baits your father today. You might not get too far.
The Enjoyer said, what are your thoughts on palynology? What is that, Randy?
Spell it.
P-A... Open your damn phone. You can see it on the damn chat.
Let me get to it.
P-A-L-E-O-N-T-O-L-O-G-Y. Now, go on your phone and read it. Maria said, sometimes. Jacob said, hi, everyone. It's me, Jacob. Hugh said, Kane kind of matches the couch. Yeah, he blends right in, don't he? Avis Vanish says, hello from India. Hello. Hugh said, family fights, the thing is to get over it. That's right. Hugh said, Hugh, he does. Olivia said, this is going to become another thing like RX-8, isn't it, Pop? No, I probably shouldn't have messed with you like that, but you always...
Paleontology.
Huh?
Paleontology.
All right, what's that mean?
The study of fossils.
That's what he's trying to say, dinosaur bones. Rumple told me and I didn't realize that's what he was meaning. Sorry, Rumple. But that still didn't tell me how to pronounce it. What'd you call it?
Paleontology.
Paleontology.
Paleontology. There's the L.
Okay, anyway.
Dumbass.
Let's see. Josh says, sounds like Dr. Phil. I sat here and thought I was caught up, and I'm not.
You are way behind.
Holy crap. Oh my God, I have messed up, everybody.
Yeah, you have.
Son of a buck. Hugh said, hi, India. India, off topic says, oh,
hey,
your
before
page.
you get too far behind even more, Hugh's gone.
See you,
Time
Hugh.
clock's calling. See you, Hugh.
Off topic said, oh, your page automatically translates. That's cool. I said, I'm from California, message in German. Yeah, I've got it on translate to English. The Herman says, we won't have drafty windows, but we put the cheap plastic over them this winter and made a big difference on our power bill. I'm guessing 15% savings. Took a couple days to do them all. Maria said, he's kind of looked like Dr. Phil. Hugh says, these damn wheels. You said, because it's your right. Off topic said, great deal. I will eventually, if not today, we understand. Well, I just play and we appreciate it, but don't expect it. Hugh said, by being fertile. Josh said, Dr. Phil, show spray R3. I told you the water's out, Jacob. Hugh said, and he hit it. Jane loves that couch. Hugh says, King loves that couch. He looks comfy. Yeah. Maria says, Dr. Randy show. Delixer says, Cone versus versatile. Okay. Josh said, it's a joke. I'll stay out of your hair. Oh, wait a minute. Olivia said, hee. Marl Cobb sent me a meme about walls in America and walls in England. Hugh said, that's cool. Automatic translates. Maria said, Dr. Randy, who was your last patient? Maria.
My last patient was Michael Jackson.
I don't know, but it got on my nerves. I know that. No, I'm joking. Off topic said, dude, not to get in on a dark topic, but where I'm from, homeless people be dark topic, but where I'm from, homeless people be getting murdered, dude, crazy shit. I hate to hear that. Hate for anybody to get murdered. Nickel Pony says, when are the new project merch going to hit the shelves, Pops? We're trying to figure it out. We were doing some figuring after the live last night. It's something we got to do soon because I want to take some stuff with us in April. Jason said, Breaking Bald. You said that's right. Off topic said equally. Olivia says, but I hit Boggy. So you shouldn't do that. I disagree with it. Maria said, and that's why I'm not getting married. I suggest nobody get married. It's just a damn piece of paper. I don't see the advantages of getting married whatsoever. If you care for somebody, y'all get together. You ain't got to have. It's just a piece of paper. It ain't worth the words wrote on it if nobody cares. That way, it's not so damn hard if you don't get along. I would suggest that everybody just stop getting married. You said, wow, off topic. Jason Butler says, Breaking Bald. Maria said, well, at least not in the next 10 years. 2011 Norris says, Paleology, I know I said it wrong, but is the study of fossils. Thank you. You said, that's cool. John says, you can't say that. I know. Can't say what?
That.
I said that.
They said that like 10 minutes ago.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Am I that damn far? I can't. I move and it jumps and then I've lost it. Here you go. You can't say that. Off topic sent 102 Jules. John says you're not allowed to say that. That's so far gone, I don't even know what I can say. Olivia said it's fair. He has a water gun nowadays, and Boggy deserves it 99% of the time. Nobody deserves to be hit on. Matthew said, Revelations 1:8. I am. Y'all read that if y'all want to read the verse. Delixer said, pay Lee a tall OG. Hugh says, have an awesome night everyone. Time clock calling. Off talk says, bye, Grandpet. Levy said, bye, Hugh. Leaves. Beth said, she said it 3 times. I know she pronounced it right every time. Nick Opponent said, night. Hugh, off topic, said it. Sorry. Jacob said, hi. Off topic says, may I ask how old you are? I'm sure you said it before, but I don't know the answer. I'm 56. I'll be 57 in April. The Herman said, you could wrap the rubber bungee strap around your rim for a makeshift snow chain and get uphill somewhere. Yeah.
A rubber band.
But if you got to do that, stay at home. Delixer said, the way you say it, Nickel Pony. Olivia said, please excuse this. Delixer says, I don't get married. I can't have sex without going to hell. If I don't get married, I can't have sex without going to hell.
If you don't get married, ever, it's not premarital sex.
That's it. There you go. AI. Mike says, FYI, there are 328 words that end in oology. We could keep you busy for a while. I'll just quit reading them.
Yeah, he's getting real good at that.
Reed, I'll get caught up. Reed said he. Jane said, hey, Mike. Mike said, axe the trolls. Jane. Reed said, hey, man. Jane said, hi, Reed. Beth said, come on, Randy. The lecturer says, that's a good one. The armor says, you can pee on your tires and get more traction. The lecturer says, can you say orthopology? No. Minnie says, do you love big ladies? I cannot get enough of them. Let's just say this. Let's just say this. You really don't have that much fun on straight roads. If they ain't curvy, they ain't ready. Well, some people do on drag strips. That's the reason they all get out of whack, because they get tired of going straight. That didn't sound right either. Next. The lecturer says, have you ever shopped at... I've never heard of it, so I ain't shopped there. Reed says, do you race cars? Well, at 55 is the first time I ever took a car down the racetrack.
You were 54.
Huh?
You were 54.
Are you sure?
We've been doing this for
Are you
2
sure?
years.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, because you're 56 right now, right?
Yeah, it was last year.
No, it was the year before that.
I was 54, I guess. I was 54 before I ever went down to drag strip. That's the first time we really raced. Now, there's a bunch of backyard racing.
Well,
but,
we didn't even get to race the first time you went down.
But
competed for slips.
we do things, and we're doing the burnouts. That's what we do more of anything. And we're wanting to get into drifting. But as far as race, we don't race. We would like to have a drag car for us to play around with, but that future.
Justin likes drag queens.
Beth says, do you have to read every comment? Is that a rule? I just like to do it because if y'all type them, I like to have the interaction with people. I do skip sometimes when Olivia tries to mess with me. She uses in 37 letter words, and I'll just skip them. But that's because she likes messing with me. But it's just something I try to do. D. Herman says, can you poop in your tent to stay warm? Well, I'll tell you this. You can take a Walmart bag and poop in the bucket, tie it to the Walmart bag and throw it in the trees, and you ain't got to smell it in your tent no more. Ask me how I know. Dr. Stevens says, if she ain't 380, she ain't a lady. I'm with Steven right there now.
That's the fat guy in the Ford Ranger. Here.
Olivia said, and Randy is 30. Jane said, and I'm not a lady then. I only weigh 300.
If she ain't
YouTube says, I can watch Texas Ranger. I can rock Texas Walker Ranger all day long. Can't wait for Saturday. Okay. Olivia said, Pops is becoming as old as dirt. He's forgetting things, huh? Nickel Pony says, gonna eat some supper, everyone. Y'all have a great night. See you, Nickel Pony. Thanks for stopping in. Jane says, hi, YouTubes. YouTube says, do you have any car cats? Have any shop cats? No.
I'm pretty sure he would have spread them around like little pieces of chicken.
Hell no. I don't like cats. Me and cats don't see eye to eye as far as kitty cats. I got a dog now that will take care of a cat.
Listen, you don't see eye to eye with the dog that stands as tall as you do.
Jenny says, take care. Nicole, Delixers, have you ever been out of the U.S.? No. I'd like to, but I have not. Beth said, then read all my comments. Oh, she set me up. Oh, man.
Listen,
No.
That's going to get you now. It's only cold
well,
for you.
I was going say it's
I'm
only
liking
fair.
that
It's only fair for me to be messing with her the other night, and she didn't come back like the other night. So it's I'll take it. Remember, y'all, that's what those friends are for.
If you can't dish it, you can't.
That's
dish it.
right. You got to take it. Olivia said, "I just tough love pop pops." The Herman said, "Paul, would you eat from a garden fertilizer with your family's food?" No.
It's those
John
shitty.
said, John said, without you reading the comments, the whole show would be two guys looking into the camera for 2 hours. I know, right? Kind of boring, wouldn't it? I'm looking at you, you looking at me. Olivia said, I think he lagged right there, Pops, is a machine. Olivia said, clanker. Jane says, Herman, believe it or not, our city has famous farmers put human waste on their farm fields.
Oh God, this dog just farted.
Dr. Stevens says, I only have one question for those sickos in the files. Why wasn't I invited? Olivia says, X gonna give it to you.
Oh, here we go with the damn songs again.
James says, Lowell, Dr. Steve, you jealous? I'm fixing to spray. I don't care. The only thing I got is them bug spray or something. I'm going to spray it. God dang.
What? The dog farted.
I blame it on the dog too.
That actually was the dog. My fart smells
Let's
worse
see.
than
The
that.
elixir said, there's a house on my street that has smelled like shit for 10 years because of the manure they use. Yeah, we had back many years ago, it got pretty bad. On the fields close to the house, there was big fields out there, and they would bring these big, we call them shit tankers. And in these tankers with big ass damn tires, there was a 5-wheelers, 4 on the back, 1 on the front, so that it would smush it down. And they'd come out and open them tanks and drive around the field. And sometimes you could about put a little boat out there to be so deep, and they'd run that truck back and forth. I know that they did that, and they would turn the grass just as green as could be. And they got too much on it one time, and it actually killed some cows. Bound them up. The Irvin said, Jane, but those crops are usually cattle pastures, not for human consumption directly. Well, yeah, but the cattle eats the grass, and we eat the cattle, so shit meat. But he did use the word directly. Olivia said, what's wrong with my songs, Randy? I'm not a song person, but I didn't say nothing wrong with him. Hell, he's asleep or listening to his shit. He ain't paying no attention. He ain't worried about our YouTube channel.
Oh my God.
Jane said, Herman, right. It's corn and soybeans and wheat. So, Olivia said, I have Pops play Barbie girl testing Randy. Jacob's laughing. The Herman said, good wet chicken material being spread is the stuff. Ah, man, I can't stand to smell that chicken shit. James said the farmers spread waste from all the animals on the fields. Chicken shit is awful, but when they put human waste on the fields, it's a whole new level of awful. Now, I don't know what kind of waste it was. I don't know if it was human chicken, I don't know what it was, but they did it for several years, and then for some reason they put a stop to it. Maria says, I'm back. She took her nap. She's come back. I hope you're feeling better. Woke up. 15 people, 40 thumbs up, 41. Thank y'all. Let's see. Dr. Stevens says, have you ever defended your family and life with a machine gun? No. Well, I have a FOP. Did you ask the question and then answer it and then make a statement, or how did that exactly go? The answer to your question is no, I haven't. I hope I never have to, but if it come down to it, I would. But I mean, that's kind of why I like here. I mean, anyway, Maria says, yeah, I'm good. Awesome. Livy said, that's just that. Livy said, Randy?
Yes.
The Armor said, to cattle. The Elixir said, would you rather go to an Indian slum for 5 years or be vegan for 5 years?
Indian slum.
I don't know what an Indian slum is, but
I'm not doing vegan.
I'm not doing vegan.
If you hear me come in and say that I'm doing vegan, you better just unsubscribe because something's wrong with me.
Kenneth said the guy behind you has a small thumb.
Yeah.
Olivia
You know what
says,
they say about guys with small thumbs.
Olivia says, play Project Zombie Ball. Zombie Ball, I don't know what that is. I ain't playing no games. I don't like games. Rumble said, Pops is on point today. Funny. Locati says, do you French kiss the chocolate starfish?
Tongue punch the fart box.
You know that
Oreos.
you know they say that the skin around the starfish is the same skin, same type of skin that's on the lips.
No wonder your breath smells like shit.
But I mean, once you get past the smell, you got to lick anyway. So what the hell?
It's like a 9-volt battery. You know
You ain't supposed to stick your tongue to it, but eventually you're going to. Lord, this has got to talk on this.
Well, changing subjects.
Jane said, I don't know if that's a controversial subject or not.
Oh, turn the lights out because this shit's getting deep. We're off topic.
Jane said, Dr. Stevens, nope, thank God, never had to. Dr. Stevens, where are you? Los Angeles, Mrs. I can never be vegan. I really like meat. I thought for sure you would have went the other way. You would say you would go vegan. I'm surprised because most people say vegan's healthy, which I don't really agree with. But I'm surprised. Let's see. Maria said regular meat, not that kind of meat. Olivia said, I don't know what it means. Zombie balls. The owner said, vegan farts all darn day long. I know. I tried it for a couple months. Kenneth says he has big feet though.
Nope.
Lacati, listen, it was kind of funny, but you're going to get in really too much bullshit. Just probably best if you find another channel. James said, oh my God, where the hell did this check go to?
Well, you see, we took a right-hand turn at Hornytown and went right to tongue punch and fart boxes.
We just, I don't know. Sometimes it's funny to get off topic, but we can't. Everybody can go a little too dark. So, anyway,
one of these days we're gonna do a live. It's gonna be NDP After Dark.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna let all things come out.
Dr. Stevens, yeah, all the controversial shit.
And then we're gonna get banned.
Yeah. Dr. Stevens said they came at 3 in the damn morning. I had a blowing, although I just got done servicing. I guess I did it a good because I ran 4 mags without jam, blew them apart literally. Awesome. I mean, I hate that you had to do it, but if you do what you got to do. Olivia said I wouldn't unsub, turn you back into the carnivore. Kenneth said, I would be so much cooler if you showed the dog.
Well, you can
The
see
dog's right there. You can't, I
Right
mean, you
here.
can see he's just asleep. The dog's tired. Delixer said, would you go vegan for 8 years or have Justin, a woke liberal, as the president for the USA for 8 years?
Pass. Controversial subject.
Yeah, because what I was fixing to say probably would not go
Beth,
good.
that's Beth's kind of people.
Ooh.
Ow.
Fat Bong Shaggy said, well, what we talking about? A little bit of everything. And he says, do you like sharp cheddar or extra sharp better? I don't know the difference, but I know usually when I buy sharp cheddar. Maria said, I thought about being vegan, but every time I try, my family cooks the best meat chicken, so I changed my mind. There you go. Jane said, well, you see, what happened was, the lecturer said, I have so many questions I want to ask after dark.
I think a lot of people want to ask.
Maria said, my brother is
dark.
vegan since he was born. He only eats eggs, no meat or fish or chicken. Well,
Did you say
if,
he eats eggs?
if you eat eggs, isn't that
That's
just
protein.
that's
That's like,
meat? It just ain't born yet.
It's like liquid meat.
Yeah, but I mean that's up to him and his. I don't condone it. That's just no, I don't do it. But Rumpel said that's a sign for me to sign off for today. So long, world. Miss me later, everyone. See you, Rumpel.
See you, Rumpel. Thanks for coming in,
James
buddy.
said the lecture you would know we don't do politics. The Herman says some of the legal weed they sell at smoke shops is just as good as the legal stuff. I know. I've self-tested. Jane said, hi, Annie. Maria said, I once had a friend. She said she never tried Pepsi in her life. Wow. Kenneth said, adorable. The dog is awesome.
Thank you.
Olivia said, Shaggy. Fat Bongs, question mark. Olivia said, and Shaggy, he sings It Wasn't Me. Beth said, I'm still here, R3. Schaefer said, I wished I was your dog. Beth said, better watch yourself. He ain't paying no attention. Just ignore him.
What?
Let's see.
Hang on. Where you at?
James said, Beth talking to you.
I better watch
world?
yourself. I can't. I don't have a mirror.
Kate said, take care, Rumpel. Rumpel said, Maria, I barely eat meat once a month, but I eat a lot of eggs. Freaky said, look here. Maria said, no difference. No, there's different kinds of vegans. He's the second kind. Oh,
well, in that case, I'm going to eat my vegan meat lovers pizza.
Delixer said a vegan YouTuber made a short about banning me for making an inappropriate comment about eating meat. She had over 200,000 subs. Wow. Off topic said, come on, 6 more likes. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Rumble said, Jane, later. Delixer said, Coke or Pepsi? Pepsi. Coke's a 4-letter word. Flopping Fish said, sometimes I bury myself in the dirt and pretend I'm a carrot. D. Herman said, RC glue. Maria said, Delixer, we all know the answer of that question. Off topic said, what's the craziest pop story Randy has? There's, I got
some crazy ones.
Yeah, I have told him he really ought to sit down and do some of the stories and make them shorts, but it takes so long for me to convince him to do something, and then it goes good. We'd be well off if he would do it when I ask him, and we wouldn't be 14 years behind. Off topic, sent 100 for do not do that. D. Herman said, The Herman said, give dog crust, you slump.
You suck. No, I like
Maria
the
said,
crust.
you make me happy.
Hungry.
Hungry. I liked happy. Beth said, were you preparing for a straight jacket with that flannel?
Straight jackets aren't as much fun as you think they are. But yes.
Olivia said, skill issue, Randy. I got a full body mirror. I can watch myself all the time with full coverage. Maria said, eat away from the camera. My stomach starts screaming.
Well, Olivia, that mirror is probably about this wide and that tall for you to get a full body image.
Delixer said, Sprite or 7-Up? Tit for tat.
Tomatoes or tomatoes?
Yeah. They're both good if you're sick. They're not a colored drink.
Ginger
So, Daryl says, going to make tonight's video a regular video. I think it was like 40 minutes. So it's not going to be a premiere?
Well, that's what he just said. He said he's got a migraine.
Oh, I did forget you said you had a migraine. Sorry, Daryl. Please forgive me, for I have sinned. I have misjudged again.
Smart ass.
Maria said, little Randy, you have to tell us stories on the videos. That's what I'm trying to tell him, Maria.
You'll get the mic. What Mike's going to say.
Jane said, you okay, Daryl? Diz says, your uncle? ATL says, do you work for CSX? Well, we are co-owned by CSX and Norfolk Southern. We are a short line.
But
I'm
yes.
a track. Our paycheck says CSX. But if we work for CSX when it benefits CSX.
Shit.
I'm a track inspector and he's a conductor and or engineer. Olivia says, hey, if I eat vegan, does that mean it's a vegan meal?
No, it's a short subject.
Delixer said I was going to work out, but now I'm going to buy pizza and drink pop. Matt Darrell says, yeah, wore out driving all day, tired, been up since 4 with a migraine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I understand. Sorry. Hope you feel better, buddy. Den says, where do you
live?
Denton, North Carolina. Mike said, some cop stories can't be reposted. Fact, you're exactly right.
Well,
Jane
I
said,
don't remember names, but there's most of my cop stories. There's a few funny ones, but most of them kind of one of those
Jane said, feel better, Daryl.
make your skin crawl.
Off topic said, you guys play video games? I don't.
If I had time, I
Olivia
would.
said, it's 5 feet. Thank you very much.
So it's
Sarah
4 inches
says,
taller, 6 inches taller.
LLDM to 2026, February 3rd, Tuesday. LLDM, Church of the Living God, Pillar and Ground of the Truth, Light of the World. LLDM, HP, LLDM, HPTV International. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The Irvin said, that dog just saw you eat that crust and knows you how you feel about him now. He's depressed.
Come here, buddy.
Delixer says, do you like nickels?
I like nickel pony.
Sarah says,
Nickelback.
I don't know what all that's supposed to be, but Matthew says, Matthew, hell yeah. Riley says, where are you guys born? I was born in High Point. He was born in Thomasville, North Carolina. ATI says, sent 100 for 2 jewels. Off topic, sent 100 for 2 jewels. Maria said, Randy, you said before your name was different and then you changed it. Can you remind me what your name was? I was born Randolph Harris Hutchins Jr., just like I am now. But I changed it when I was 16 when I got adopted to Randy Arthur Lewis. And then I did not change the adoption, but I did go back to Randolph Harris Hutchins Jr. later in life. Beth said, did you say short bus? I used to build them. Matthew said, Matthew, hell yeah. Olivia said, Pops, I asked if I eat a vegan, would it make me a vegan meal? Randy said no. I don't know what he said, but he said no. He answered. I would say you're not vegan unless you don't eat meat. I don't know. I don't play that stuff. ATI says, okay, awesome. Thanks for answering, sir. The elixir said you used to be a cop. Randy did. Randy was a cop for 4 years. Leave it alone. Mike said, Beth, become a troll. Jane, watch her. Livia said, yes, it's 6 inches taller than me. Maria says, I start learning French. Is that what you said? I'm sorry, I got behind dealing with this dog. Jane said, I worked as a mental health clinic for 4 years. Lots of stories, some funny as hell, some not good. Jane said, lol, Mike, I can't get rid of her. Mike said, Jane, where's some of them cuckoo for cuckoo pups? Liv says, Randy Lowell, I thought that was the dog. Jacob's off topic said, what's your social security number? OU812. Jane said, yep, Mike, off topic laughing. God dang, son. Swear to God.
I was saving that one for you.
Fuck. Lotus said, hello, Lotus. The Herman said, I was born in a small town called Oregon. Illinois causes confusion now and then. Lotus says, hey, Olivia. Maria said, Lotus. Jane said, hey, Lotus. Lotus said, Jane. Mike said, hey, Lotus. Jane said, Olivia said, I'm saying if you eat the person that's called themselves a vegan, would you make the vegan a vegan? Well, if you eat shit, you're a shit eater. Riley said, how old were you when you got your first pet? Hell, I don't remember. I really don't remember. I remember having a pet when I was, I don't remember. I don't know. Sorry. Lotus says, hi, Maria. Delisha said the dog thought he had the pizza. Yeah.
He thought wrong, dang it.
Jay said, Lowell, did he get the crust?
No. There
No.
was no crust.
I bought the pizza. I ate 2 pieces and I brought it in here and I ain't had a damn bit of it.
No, you ate a whole lot more than 2 pieces.
I had 2 pizzas.
You lying devil.
James said, Lotus said, sup, Mike? Libby said, hey, Lotus. Maria said, be nice to Kane. Elixir said he was waiting for Randy to leave.
Yeah, he was.
Matthew said, Matthew, hell yeah. Libby said, Lotus, I give up. Lotus says, never give up. Supra. Elixir said, why did Randy?
Rando.
Oh.
Hey,
Well,
Lotus.
it changed it. Sorry. Why did Randy stop being a cop?
Well,
He got a job at the railroad.
yeah, pay. benefits.
Olivia, and that was, he told him in the interview, they asked him what was his 5-year plan, and he said, I plan on being at the railroad, and he did it.
Then they said, well, if you don't go to the railroad, what would your 5-year plan be? I said, I don't know, K9?
Olivia
okay,
said,
what's
I'm
your
giving
10-year
up.
plan?
Lotus said, I'd give that a solid 8. Rando, no. On what? Olivia said, finally. Riley said, what's your favorite color? Does anybody want to tell them, or do they want me to?
Red.
Orange is mine. Red's his. The Herman said, we are who we choose to be. That's exactly right. Maria said, fish memory. Yep.
Blah, blah.
Off topic says, if you shit poo,
You're just a shitter.
are you a shit pooper or a poop shifter? You're a shitter. Hell, we all do it. Olivia said, this stupid car don't want to be registered. Riley says, how old are you? 56.
I'll be 30 this year.
Maria said, good night, I'm going to sleep. Good night, Maria. Sleep
night.
well. Off topic said, game over. Sent 100 for 2 jewels. Jane said, night, Maria. Off topic said, never give up. Red, white, and blue.
Never gonna-
Elixir said, would you marry a vegan lady if she was really hot? No.
No.
I've told you, don't get married. Lotus says, what, the GTR? The Herman said, endure to the end, elite.
ETTE. Did it translate?
I don't know. Maria says, hello from Hot Springs, Arkansas. We are thawing out from the ice and snow. Hello, Maria.
Hot
Hey,
Springs?
Mary, not Maria, Mary, sorry.
Arkansas.
Amy said, hi, guys. Tomorrow's
Amy's
my
birthday's
birthday. That's right. Maria says, hi. Now, you do know, they come in here, they say that same comment all the time.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
You can look, but I'm about sure we've done put one in for them.
Ah, move your butt. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My bad, Mary. Okay. To resume.
Sometimes your kids just don't listen to you.
You saying something?
Now I lost my thought.
Amy said hi.
said hi. Delicious said that was it scary to be a cop? It was for us.
What's the worst that's gonna happen? Am I
Read
gonna
for
die?
a minute.
Let's see here.
Hey, ha, hoo, ha,
Let's see. Bo Duke, find a different channel. Michelle said, hello, I'm just cruising by. You're a proud American like me. Hello to you both. Well, hello. Sorry he wasn't in here to say hello to you as well, but hello. Off topic said, Randy, do you play video games? I didn't hear you answer earlier. If I have time, I do. I haven't really played in a long time. Chris said, the list is crazy. It's almost like they flooded us with a bunch of bad information to keep us stupid. Welcome to opening your eyes. If you listen, you think for just a second, these people that's way up here in charge, that may or may not have went there, are going to let the files be released that they control the puppets? No, they're just going to keep feeding us a line of shit. Jay said, hi, Mary. Ohio still has a ton of snow. Beth said, what is your favorite food? Well, Beth, I can't answer for him. His is probably steak, though. Mine is probably either spaghetti with meat sauce or seafood. I love pasta, too. Pasta, seafood. Put them together. Pasta, seafood. D. Herman said the key that opens the most doors is kindness. I don't know. But, yes, it's better to be loved than feared. Beth said, what's your favorite car? Dad's is a 1969 Camaro Z28. If I have to pick a car, it'd be either like a 66 GTO, 64 Cadillac, 72 Chevelle SS, stuff like that. I like the old stuff. The lecture said, when does the After Dark start? I think I was kind of picking on that one, but maybe one day on the weekend or something. Olivia said, why can't it be as easy as renewing the lease registration? I would have loved a drink.
I didn't give me a drink.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
I gotta take it back. This water's cold. And if you spray him in the bung Julio, he runs. Move. Thank you.
See, I wasn't doing nothing. It was sitting right there. I wasn't
Yet.
messing with it.
Olivia said that was really easy. The leads registration. Michelle said hi from California. Well, hello from North Carolina. Cheesy Taco said my cat has 3 legs. Cool.
My dog has 3 legs. He just happens to have 4.
Total.
That's
Let's
like
see.
saying how many months have 28 days in them.
All of them. Lotus said import BS. Olivia said it is import bullcrap. Jay said Mary's been here a lot. See, I am bad with names.
That's because he's always watching his damn phone instead of worried about a YouTube channel.
Either way, I'm going to be watching the phone.
Yeah. At least you can support us.
The lecturer said 10 years in prison or 10 years of vegan. 10 years in prison. Take my pocket out. Somebody hold on to it. Jane said, hi, Amy. D. Herman said, we are all living in the age of abundance. Never before have we had have so many had their daily needs met. Yep. It's definitely made people lazy too.
When did we go to the new world?
Michelle said, you were a cop. Thank you for that. I'm proud of you. Well, thank you. I've been out of it for going on 5 years. Lotus said, there are dealers/lawyers that can help with that. Off topic said, what do you have to do to become a cop? Well, first you gotta go be part of BLET, Basic Law Enforcement Training. This is for North Carolina. You gotta go through it, pass a pistol qualification, background check, psych eval, extensive on that background check. Drug tests, of course, they check everything. And then the biggest thing is getting hired. Sheriff's departments are generally easier to get hired on, but most of the time you're going to get stuck in the jail. And if you ever make it up the ranks, the new sheriff will come in and clean house, and you might be back to the jail, you might be back to patrol. You never know. I was a city cop, by the way. Olivia said, and the keys are in a separate package that somewhere is wherever U.S. right to Arizona. Huh. Crisp 4772 said, are there any other? No. Olivia said, I'm already almost broke at this as it is, Lotus. Delixer said, have you ever tried veal? It is baby cow and it tastes amazing breaded. Sure, I've had it before. Let's see. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Da-da-da-da-dum. Matthew said, Matthew, Sahat. Sahat? Carlos said, Lotus, I'm pissed with Texas. He was making fun of me saying I got good because I have nice RC gear. I said, if you think living with several mental illnesses is good, then you just as insane. Crisp said Bronco, hands down. New Bronco or old Bronco or the Bronco 2?
Now keep in mind, everybody, don't bring other channel stuff over here.
Please. Lotus said maybe you shouldn't have impulse bought a GTR. Somebody said the out loud thoughts. Michelle said 65 Mustang. I'm gonna have to figure out if this is Michelle or Michael. I'm pretty sure it's Michelle because it's got 2 L's. Off topic said I watched the
Michael
Jeffrey.
don't, Michelle does have 2 L's.
Okay, well that's Michelle then. Off topic, we're not going to talk about that because again, I might divulge more into my beliefs than I need to. But yeah, yeah. Mike said shrimp linguine. I've never had shrimp linguine, but
Is he too old to cut his ears and have them up like that?
yes.
Oh.
But if it's shrimp and pasta, I'd probably be down. Carlos said, as am I. He's just jealous. Yep. Olivia said, Randy's favorite car is a 65 GTO hardtop. I could go for 65 GTO hardtop. I don't like the round styles like the 70s model GTO.
I like them. I like the flats better.
I like the flats better. I guess it's like the
But see
Chevelle.
that, yeah. See, you like the round Chevelle. I'm surprised you don't like the round
The
GTOs.
yeah. Delixer said, is it true the Japanese cars are more reliable than American cars? Just depends.
Speaking of which,
Oh, fuck.
I got a question.
Olivia said, I didn't buy it, Boggy did. Then why are you complaining about being broke? Little liar. What?
Well, I don't understand this map thing. I got a question. Maybe somebody can help me. This is the map. Here, now it's flat. It's supposed to be round, like round Earth. Japan's way over here, right? And they come all the way over here to
Attack Pearl Harbor.
attack Pearl Harbor.
Yes.
So why did nobody see them coming all the way over here? And how did they surprise everybody? How did all them planes come all the way across there and nobody noticed it?
Okay, well, I'm going to have to get caught up before we then get on to that crap. Jesus Christ. No controversial subjects. Let's talk about Pearl Harbor. Mike said, "Well, hello, Carlo. Where have you been? What do you do?"
I was doing this, he jumped up in my lap.
Lotus said, "It depends on the car, but mostly yes." Delixia said, "My dog has 5 legs." Proud American says, "Hey, hey, hey."
Yeah, look.
Carlos said, "Hi, Mike. It was on an RC car stream. Off topic, sent 5 snakes. 5 slithery little snakes." Mike said, "Okay." I asked Beth if she had seen you on. Lotus said, "I don't think text meant to make fun of you." Jane said, "Hit the like, all y'all, or she's going to find you." Oh, God, I am so behind. Jesus Christ. Luke said, "Was there ever a time you felt bad for somebody you were arresting?" Yes. Lots of times, but you got a job to do. Lotus said, "He isn't really like that." Proud America said, "Yes, Japanese cars only. Honda, Toyota, Lexus, and Mazda are reliable. Don't forget about Nissan." Michelle said, "I have a Mazda and a 65 Mustang." Cool. Proud America said, "Also, Nissan is reliable, but limited engines." There you go. I got you. It was Nissan, not Nissan. D. Herman said, "More and more heading into the future, individual oligarchy will be the #1 struggle for humanity." Olivia said, "Who the F said Mazda is reliable? If you don't modify them, they're reliable. As long as you don't get that dumbass rotary."
Blah, 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 blah.
Dumb.
RX-8.
Michelle said, "To you. If you're curious, we have 23 vehicles here at any given time. We have 24 here with my truck here." Olivia said, "Have you met the RX-7? Again, refer to my previous statement as long as it doesn't have that dumbass rotary in it." Delixia said, "Do you hate firefighters?" Hate is a strong word.
They come in good when he needed a ride to the hospital.
Yes. Listen, it's one of those, we love each other, but we love to hate each other, okay?
They're real men.
Yeah, that's a story for a different day. If you ever see a firefighter, most of the time you're having a good day. Most of the time. Now, if they're showing up, they're there to rescue you and get you out, get you medical attention if they can. They can put out a fire, of course.
Without being, what do you call it when you put them in a group of people? What do you call it?
An orgy?
God almighty, damn. Without saying they're all the same, I don't know.
Yeah, without generalizing them.
Yeah, most
firemen
firefighters
are
are
awesome.
cocky,
Well, most of them are awesome.
arrogant people.
But yes,
I think it's in the when you do your application.
are you a cocky son of a bitch? And if
Yeah,
the
it
answer is
is.
no, you don't get hired.
Like when you're an ant and you're gonna be a worker or a manager, they throw you which way. Well, when you find out you're cocky, they throw you to a firefighter.
Well, I can't
I'm
say
just
much.
playing.
There's lots of cops like that, but
Yes, they are.
there's a love-hate relationship there. I give them shit about sleeping on the
Same way
job,
about military. They
Yep.
do the same thing.
but it's okay for me to hate on them and them to hate on me. But don't you hate on them? Ren said, "Hi, I'm from Canada. I like you guys. You guys are badass. Love America, but these politicians are messing things up. Politicians are messing the world up."
If you listen to politicians, you'll hate everybody.
Yep. Trust us on that. That's the whole thing about this live is we are worldwide. We have a lot of people from the Middle East, Russia, China, Japan, all over the world.
We love everybody.
And this is 2 hours that we can come together and all have a good night. Michelle said, "I just said I own a Mazda." You'll have to excuse Olivia. Ghosty plays. She's a little temperamental. Off topic said, "Those psych checks they do for cops should heavily check if psychopaths do. Psychopath cops are the worst possible thing for society. They straight up have cop gangs in L.A., Los Angeles. That's all you had to say." But yes, you are absolutely right. Psych evals are great if you're honest, but like it was 300 and some odd questions, and it was like the same 60 questions repeated time and time again with slightly different wording. And like I answered one, it was, do you ever stay awake at night and not be able to fall asleep? And I answered yes. And a nice lady in a white lab coat had to come talk to me. Turns out she was a therapist. If you don't know anything about me, I don't do well with therapists. And she said, well, what do you mean? You stay awake sometimes and can't sleep. I'm like, you ever been to a drag strip and you get all amped up and adrenaline's pumping? You gonna go to sleep after that? Well, I've never done that before. Well, you might want to try, because it's a lot better than sitting in this room talking to her. But yes. And let me ask you this off topic, and this is just a question. Don't think I'm trying to start anything or stir a pot on anything. How many cops do you think walked in and got the badge and got sworn in as a psycho? How many do you think legitimately started out bad?
Or did they get bad when they got?
Or did they get bad? Did they get so sick of arresting people that make more money in one day selling dope than they will their entire 30-year
Get out before you can get the paperwork done.
Yep, and they're living a better life than you ever will. Or they get tired of every time they show up, there's death, there's dismemberment, there's serious injuries, and every time a cop shows up, that's the worst day of your life most of the time. Generally, when you see a cop show up at your house, it is not a good thing. So, things can turn bad. Oh, I'm already way behind. Dynamite Dan said, God bless America. Have a great night. Blessings, everybody. Thank you, Dynamite Dan. Have a great night if you're still in here. Crisp said, wait, there's two Crisps? There's Crisp, or Crispy and Crisp. I don't know. Let's see here. Jane said, Herman, I have lethargy. It's cold with asshole deep snow in Ohio. Michelle said, I had an RX-2 back in the day.
That's enough.
Wow. Proud America said, yes, I've seen you guys happy with the RX-7s for their life. Cool. Olivia said, as a proud owner of said RX-7, they go kaboom and fluff. But yeah, if you stop modifying this shit, they last longer. Michelle said, yes, I'm Michelle, the gal from Redlands, California. Gotcha. Okay. I went an entire live and called a guy named Michael Michelle. JS said he really likes hard tops. I usually like soft ones, but that's beside it. A proud American said, Ghost, you can't blame a car if you find it hard to maintain it. Yep. SMCC92 said 67 Chevelle is just the goat. Yes. Crisp said old Bronco. Awesome. Old Bronco or Bronco 2? SMCC92 said Japanese cars are nothing but pure beaters. Yeah. Michelle said the goat. My brother had a goat. Meh. Olivia said, No, I can blame the 13B rotary in it, though. Again, stay away from the stupid rotary. Daniel EPD said, God bless everyone reading this. Jesus is on the way to heaven. He loves you and wants to save you. Well, thank you. D. Herman's laughing. Crisp is laughing. Michelle said, behind you. Olivia said, good God, Pops. The world isn't actually flat. Oh, fuck. Somebody bit. God dang it. God dang it. Oh, God. Now I'm behind.
You want me to read?
No. Proud America said, I think they came from the right side, not left. Please, I know we're behind.
If that's the case,
Delexter said, pretty sure the Japanese went the other direction.
You can't if the world's flat.
You just disproved the whole flat earth theory. Thank you, everybody. Lotus said, I'm not saying anything. I'm going to get in trouble. Michelle said, they came from behind you. Lol. Yeah. SMC said, remember when we delivered the sun to Japan twice and then apologized for it?
Why didn't everybody?
Crisp said, tell old boy they came from the west. He went west.
Again.
But, yes. Listen, if the earth is flat, how'd they go right? They would have went off the earth.
It would have dropped off.
Oh, God. Mike slapping his face. Jacob's laughing. Jane said, LOL, flat earth. Olivia said, my car came from one of those places. And said, RX-7, old man. Michelle said oh, Mazda 6. Okay. Chris said not if you run over one of their hoses. We're one of the trains ran over one of their hoses the other
We
day.
did that the other day. They run it across the tracks. The train come by, run slap over it.
Yep.
Water went everywhere.
Olivia said Lotus with some crying faces. Jane said all cops and firefighters can be assholes in limited degrees. As a
Exactly.
nurse, I bumped heads with with both. Exactly. Lotus said, why are you crying all the time? Polar. Michelle said, got to go from California. Hope to find you again. I will subscribe. Well, thank you, Michelle. Hope you find us again. Have a great night.
Every night, same time, same back channel.
Olivia said, but joke's on you, Randolph. Do you have a car that can beat the RPM limit of a rotary? No. Okay, joke's on you. Do you have any of your cars outlast the car I beat the shit out of every time I start it? No, shut up. Skill issue. You must be 4'8" to talk shit in this live.
Oh, shut up.
The lecturer said, I agree. I always get the feeling that firefighters are the type of guys to sleep with other people's wives.
That's
Most,
truck drivers.
and most cops ain't much better. I've legitimately worked with cops who says, hey, will you cover my section while I go over here and mess around? I'm like, no. And then they'll call the lieutenant. Lieutenant's okay because he's hitting it too, and then makes me do it anyway. Lotus said, father-in-law is a firefighter. We don't get along. I'm a pyro. Only you can prevent forest fires. Olivia said, why do you have to be mean all the time? You know, the same question could go to you. I did. I didn't want to choke him.
He said it.
D. Herman said, it's miraculous to me that we are all made of flesh and bone, and most of us outlast cars and even buildings. The turtle lives long, but it has armor. We don't. Fragile, tender, relatively hairless. Yep. Olivia said in all caps, I'm a little temperamental. I'm glad you finally admitted it. Thank you for coming to terms with your temperament. Michelle said, bye, Ghosty Plays. Lotus said, I haven't been mean yet today. Jane said, bye, Michelle. Michelle said, bye, Jane. Olivia said, bye, Michelle. Have a good night. Get some good rest. Olivia said, you always mean. I think, you always mean. You think mean thoughts. Oh, I think really mean thoughts. And I'm working on the whole don't let the inside thoughts come outside. Lotus said, the shit you see and have to do as a cop messes you up. Not always. I sleep sometimes. But yes, that's what I'm getting at. Not all cops start out bad. Some do, some don't. Just remember, when every call you go to, you are the bad guy to everybody else. And you're going to somebody's worst day ever. Michelle said, just one more thing. I can't tell who ate all the pizza. I ate most of it. But bye, Michelle. Thanks for coming in. Matthew Ward said, howdy, y'all. Hello, Matthew Ward. Olivia said, you're not even nice in your sleep. No, I'm not. Jacob said, hi, everyone. Which is Alaska Eagle Explorer, which is Jacob. John Deere Faith Turbo 2. John Glad said, I have optical colitis. I don't know what that is. Off topic said, that's super informative on the cop information. I'm very sympathetic to the turning bad thing, but that's definitely still not cool. But I've stole money before, so humans are gonna human. Well, that's like whenever they were interviewing me. They asked, like, have you ever stole anything? I'm like, I'm sure at some point I've stole something, whether it was accidental or on purpose. They're like, well, have you ever littered? I'm like, no, because I have to walk along the road at Mom and Daddy's house and pick up the damn litter. I ain't throwing shit out the truck. Now, if I throw it in the bed of the truck and it flies out, well, that's just tough shit. But humans are inherently evil. It's you get to make the decision whether you're going to do good or do bad. It's called free will. Ethan F5R said, I'm suspended in school. Don't do whatever got you suspended. Mike said, and don't forget, everybody's always bitching at you, telling you that they're going to sue you and that they pay your salary. Amen. Look, when you're making $40,000 a year, working 84, 85 hours in 2 weeks, and that's not including the unpaid hours of 12 hours of training and 12 hours of court, and they sit there and they pay you a certain amount per hour, and the math doesn't add up, and they say either you're going to stop asking questions or you're not going to have a job. And you have to keep a lawyer on retainer which is $200 a month, and you're only making, I don't know, $2,200 a month. How the hell are you supposed to live off of that? You go. I loved being a cop. I loved it. I've dreamt about going back to it, but Lotus said, "Give me a GTR. I will be nice." Levy said, "You can't tell me what to do, Randy." No, but I can strongly suggest. Delixia said, "A popular male French Canadian name is Michelle, pronounced the female way." Gosh. Off Topic said, "I need membership. Gosh darn it." Well, be after dark on like the members live thing, but I don't want to do something like that. We will see though. Off Topic sent 100 for 2 Jewels. Well, thank you again, Off Topic. Sticky Icky. Oh, Sticky Icky. What's the difference between a boner and a Lamborghini? Answer: I don't have a Lamborghini. Oh, I just figured that you don't scream in a Lamborghini. Levy said, "I'm gonna put a rotary in the GTR just to spite you." Okay. I have a feeling if you do that, you're really gonna depreciate the value of that GTR, and you're gonna hate it because it's not gonna be reliable. Mike said, "Someone stealing the likes." I'm not surprised. Mike, if you didn't hear, buddy, I love that short you did of the year 2025. Lotus said, "Can I have the RB then? That would be fun in the Genesis." Yep. Off Topic said, "Just like Gulf of Token." Michelle said, "I can't stop laughing. Gotta go, guys." Again, see you, Michelle. Boggy said, "The world is flat. Good night." Good night, Boggy. Lotus said, "So Boggy." Delixia said, "Would you ever buy a car from Temu to see how good it is?" Yeah. Depending on how cheap it is, hell yeah. Boggy said, "Yo, Lotus." Jacob's laughing. Jane said, "Temu has cars?" I think they do. Rob's Rods said, "Howdy, everyone." Hello, Rob.
Hello.
Jane said, "Hi, Rob." Boggy said, "I can answer that. She has worse mood swing than a pregnant woman." I'm going to be quiet on that one. Jace, hit the like, y'all. Lotus said, "How do you survive, Boggy?" One miserable day after another. Rob's Rod said, "Hi, Jane." Rusty said, "Hi, Randy." Hello, Rusty. Delixer said, "Jane, I'm sure they do." Rusty said, "Hi, Jane." Jacob said, some channel butthole R3. Yep. Let's see. I lost it. Okay. Ben Laws said, "Who wants to play Among Us with me?" I've never played.
Right.
Boggy said, "Actually, I haven't had to fix the Supra since its restoration. Hell, even the tune-up. Or the Subaru. Subaru." Rusty said, "Hi, Lotus." Hi, Boggy. Ted Bundy retracted their message. Jane said, "Hi, Rusty Roo. Where's my brother Ben?" Delixer said, "Jane, maybe not bet. AliExpress definitely does." Oh, AliExpress apparently does good work. Rusty said, "Busy. PU said, "What time is it in the U.S.? It is 7:55 p.m., 1955. Lotus said, "Sup, Rusty?" Ted Bundy said, "Hi." Hello, Ted Bundy. Delixer the Mixer said, "Do British people laugh when you tell them your name is Randy?" Don't know. I don't think I've ever talked to a British person face to face. Rusty's laughing and it says, "It's better than being a Karen." Yeah. Lotus said, "I don't want to jinx it, but no nasty trolls today." Well, we got 4 more minutes. Floored for the Lord said, "Howdy." Hello, Floored. D. Herman said, "Hard fact of life number 43. We must have 3 children per couple or we are not reproducing. A couple having 2 children is only replacing themselves, not multiplying." And that's okay. Nicholas said, "Hello, Nicholas." Strategic said, "Shut up, make me." Nicholas said, at Nicholas. Olivia said, "Ha, I've beaten my Subaru and it hasn't even started to tick. You just built it. I have beat on my Camaro for a year and a half non-stop. And all I've done is the oil change. It might blow up tomorrow, but I bet you that Subaru costs more than my car." Mike said, "John Glad, do you have your optic nerve and your rectum nerve crossed? Is that what you're trying to say? Giving you a shitty outlook on life." I like that. Let's see here. Rusty said, "Hi, Mike." I rap said, "Go on welfare." I can't. I make too much money. And I pay for welfare benefits. Thank you. Mike said, "Hi, Rusty." Troy said, "The F you say." No, it's Fuck. Off topic said they definitely need to pay cops more here, but the pay starting sheriff is at least 25 an hour. I walked into a cop's salary of 37.8, and
A year.
a year, yeah, $37,800 a year, and the math never added up after that point. Nicholas is waving. Olivia said, "No, you can't have my RB." Jacob's laughing. Rusty said, "Hi, Olive." Nicholas sent a bunch of trophies smiling. Lotus said, "No fun." Olivia said, "Good God, my brother is an idiot." Careful, he's the one who fixes your cars after you break them. Olivia said, "Hey, Rusty."
He's like that because you hit on him so much.
Yeah. Rob's Rod's laughing. Lotus is sending Dad asleep and sent Vivo burnout. Daryl said, "Possibly have a sweet project coming in tomorrow. Hope I feel better." Well, you believe in yourself and you got this. Brian Johnson, 2543, said, "How about a beer? If you find a beer, you can have it." Olivia said, "Oh, and that said Subaru is modern." Okay. D.I. Lilligiff. Do I look like I give a... Jason, hit the like button, guy. I would appreciate it if everybody here hit the like button. Nicholas is waving at Jane. Rusty said, "Nice, Daryl." Jacob said, "Hi, Daryl." Riley T230 retracted their message. Jane said, "Hi, Nicholas." Daryl said, "Rusty." Riley said, "Who do you look more like, your mom or your dad?" "I think I look more like Dad as I get older." Daryl said, "Alaska," which is Jacob, if you didn't know. Olivia said, "Joke's on you again. The Subaru was completely free. For you, you bum." Alaska said, "It's Jacob."
Is
Lotus,
that the one that was a giveaway on the computer game?
probably.
Free with the upgrade?
Free with purchase of game. Lotus said, "Good night, all." Jane said, "Night, Lotus." John Glad said, it's when a nerve in your rectum is attached to your eye. The result is you have a shitty outlook on life." They said, "It virtually holds no value even when it's in its restoration."
That's why I like when you call into work, tell them you got anal glaucoma.
Yep.
I can't see my ass coming to work.
Deshaun Laquarius said, "I see two handsome men. Respect." Respect.
Oh,
Daryl said, "Lotus."
ECT.
Rusty said, "D3/K2. I tell you, Mac, load up." Runaway slave John Cena story said, "I've been drinking the blood of Jesus, drinking it straight from the veins. I want you to walk in the holy..." Okay. Box fan said, "Sup, gang gang? Want to bang bang?" "No, thank you."
Gang, gang, bang, gang.
But, what's up, gang gang? Daniel said, "Happy Tuesday. Hello, everyone." Everybody, that's 8 o'clock. Daryl doesn't have a premiere, but we're going to get called up and we're going to call it a night. Riley said, "Where did you get your accent from?" "North Carolina, America land." To me, I don't think I have an accent, but if you call somebody or something like that, you notice real quick. They talk funny.
When I
We probably
called
talk funny.
Australia, we both were laughing at each other.
Yep. Off topic said, "Bro, you were a cop for $18 an hour? That's wild. What the hell is minimum wage in North Carolina? Fast food minimum wage is literally $20 an hour in California."
Jackass.
Off topic, minimum wage in North Carolina is $7.25 an hour. But again, like I told you, the math never added up. When I left, they said I was at $26 an hour. But if you multiply 26 times 82 or 84, you get whatever that number is. That number was not my gross pay per check. So somewhere, math wasn't mathing. And I was told either you're going to stop asking questions or you're not going to have a job. I'm like, I literally work all this overtime and I'm still not hitting the number I should be at. Did not matter. Olivia said, "Which sucks, but oh well, skill issue." Jacob said, "Bye-bye, later, good night."
See ya.
Good night, Jacob. Thank you for coming in. Rusty said, "LOL, Randy Sr." Daryl said, or Lotus said, "What's up, Daryl?" Ethan Nixon, L8I, said, "What's your favorite football, basketball team if you watch?" We don't watch. But thank you for asking if we watch, but we don't. Boggy said, "Randy, I hate to help the rat, but the car cost me $0 hairs to restore." Damn it, Boggy! Nicholas, I'm gonna get you. Olivia said, "Ha." Delixer said, "North Carolina has like 10 different accents." Yeah. Daryl said, "Biggie." Olivia said, "Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute." Off topic said, "They were stealing from you, dude. Holy shit." Well, so get this. Every year they had a performance eval. And your eval was to tell you what your percentage of an increase was for your annual rate. Okay? Now, they said maximum was like 3.5%. Okay, so if you score perfect across the board, exceeds expectations, you can get 3.5% increase in pay for a year. So let's just say $40,000 for 3.5%. You're not getting nothing. Well, who got the 3.5% pay increase? Chief, majors, few captains. Didn't make it to lieutenants. Didn't make it down to us regular patrol guys. So you would do your absolute best, bust your ass day in, day out, stop cars, serve warrants, go to every call, get there quick, write perfect reports, save lives, and you still meets expectations. And your partner over there's checked out of service 9 out of the 10 hours you worked because he's sitting at the PD sleeping, or he's in there trying to do some things he shouldn't be doing, and he still gets the same increase as us. I'll get behind to say that. Riley said, what's your favorite thing to do in your free time? Well, I love doing our burnouts. I love doing our videos. I love doing these lives. I really enjoy working on my vehicles. What I don't enjoy is whenever it gets cold like this and anything I touch hurts. But I like doing our YouTube stuff in our free time. Off Topic said, you should have sued them. I would have never won. Off Topic sent 100 for 2 Jules. Lotus sent Vivo burnouts. Brent said, what up, Hardcore Randy? Well, what's up, Brent? How was the corn train? Off Topic said, sounds like a very corrupt police department. It's not just where I was, it was everywhere. But the department that bordered ours, we could go there and get a minimum of $10,000 increase in pay per year. Not 10%, $10,000 a year. And if you called that police department you worked at, told your supervision, hey, such and such just offered me 10 grand more, they said, all right, bye. They don't give a shit. Jane said, hi, Brent. Carlos said, I'm back. Y'all just waiting for Safa to arrive. What the hell did you do? Or is that all him?
I noticed him and he hit his head because he was trying to mess with the wire.
Jane said, hi, Brent. Oh, my bad. Rusty said, hello, Big Boy Toys. Carlo. Lucy Official said, hi, how are y'all doing today? Lucy, we are fantastic. We hope you are. How is everything going for the play, Dorothy? Delixer said, do you know any crooked cops? Pass.
Next.
Off Topic said, our local police refuse to investigate all the missing people. Is it patrol that you think's refusing? Because once the initial report is taken, most of the time, patrol is not allowed to follow up. At least here. Because you still have to go out there and patrol. You're not allowed to dedicate days and days on one specific case. It goes to detectives. Carlos said, sup, Rusty. Boggy said, sorry, man. Damn it, Boggy. Jay said, hi, Lucy Dorothy. Riley said, the crazy thing is, I started my channel like a month ago, and I already have 42 subscribers, and I'm not lying. It's actually 67 subscribers. But, Riley, that is awesome. I will tell you, if you're wanting to get subscribers, shorts. And post everything. You never know what people will watch. My short of me burning a Pampers box while it was snowing in North Carolina has 8,000 views. Who would have ever thought it? Carlos said, sup, Jane. Undecided said, can you shout me out? Me out. Rusty said, nice, Riley. Jane said, hi, Carlo. Boggy said, I've had the parts to restore the car for a while. I just didn't want to do it. So it didn't cost you $0 if you bought them, just in the past, girl math. Lotus said, is that Gumby on the floor? Or Gumby? Yeah, Carmen got that for Kane. John Glass, God bless everyone. Exactly. Lucy said, the play is doing great. I am glad to hear that. Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's awesome. Okay. Apparently we lost connection on chat, but we reconnected. January said, I'm back just to say hi. Well, welcome back, January. Hope Mexico's doing well today. Jane said, where are you, Off Topic? Lucy said, I'm heading to practice in about 40 minutes. That's right, because it's only 6 p.m. for you. Lotus said, Off Topic, it's aliens, abductions.
Stop.
Kuwait, that's not even translating. Off Topic said, definitely aliens, and Satanists, same thing, though. It's a beautiful night. Carlos sent all the members specific emojis. Riley retracted their message. Carlos said, abductions, Lotus. Boggy said, but I can say that car I've spent 30 grand on has basically made me spend its price again in replacement parts. Riley said, actually, it's a lie. Retracted. Off topic said, super fun conversation, my dudes. The cop stuff was super informative. Well, you're welcome to ask. I'm an open book, but some things we can't talk about. Kuwait said, Ali Warrock Abak, my dear. No idea what that's supposed to be. Boggy said, I didn't buy the parts. Lotus said, Ford Mustang, Boggy. Mike said, good God, were you burning the Pampers box in the nude? Maybe. No, Mike, if you've not seen, I think you commented on it, but all it was me talking about the Great North Carolina Blizzard of 2026. And I showed me having a fire while it was snowing. 8,000 views. 1 subscriber the last time I checked. Lotus said, how's that now? Lotus said, that's how Fords work. Mm-hmm. Rusty's laughing at Mike. Boggy said, nope, the Mazda. And they said, my boss 302 hasn't shown her face yet. Ken V 7812, we don't talk about that stuff. Lucy said, yo, I found my lost sock. Well, that's awesome.
I found my thrill.
Riley said, I have 187 shorts already. Well, that's awesome. I don't know how many we had, but I know we have a frick ton of shorts and videos.
I'd like to get back on them, but we just...
I would. It's just there's not enough time in the day, and we're in a different position than when we were posting all of them. But we can get back to it. Off topic sent makeup brush for 6 jewels. Everybody, we are caught up. Oh, off topic said broccoli. Lol. But everybody, we're going to call that an end of the night. Yeah, the beginning of the end. Looks like we're going to end off with 51 likes. Where you at, old man?
I'm showing 53.
Okay. Oh, Boggy said, and I need to buy a new harness. I haven't had a harness change in 17 years, which surprised me. Mike said, Lotus, or you could rephrase it. That's how Fords don't work. Off topic said, bye. Lotus said, it's cold outside. Rusty said, not at all. Off topic said, 53. Lotus said, true, Mike. And Jane said, take care all. But everybody have a good day, good night whenever you're watching this. And most importantly, keep it silly.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.